This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. To throw it on first down. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down. He's dropping back to throw. Chased out to his right. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Pete, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
They're going to throw it on third and long. Connection made to Judy. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. They'll throw it again. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
And they can't connect on the third down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got fourth down. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Return lanes don't open for him. He stops shy of the 15. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They go play action here. And not a great choice on first down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so second down coming up.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
He throws a bullet down the left sideline. Really pushing the envelope on second down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
The Jets take their first time out, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Here's a throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
That's cut beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Taking a deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second. And incompletion is still pretty good, too.
Taking a deep shot here. And he's there to send that one away. Incomplete.
Read and react. Read and react. Read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going. You got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Back to throw. Forced out to his right. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing fourth down.
Oh, that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little sigh of relief. They dodged a bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away those open shots downfield.
Back to throw it. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. And a surprising fourth down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs.
Yeah, here we go. Like that. We're going to 54. Why? Sweat.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. That's brought in by Lazard. And he's out of bounds right at the 25-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They've got a man in motion.
Then we're going to 53.
Throwing on first is Prescott. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Hall. And he's brought down after a decent gain. They're 3 yards closer to the end zone. Here comes 2nd and goal.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
All gets it again on 2nd down. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Jets start the second half with some needed points. Breece Hall with the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
And he brings it in. They go for 2 and the tie, and it works out. Worked so well the first time. Hey, why not go right back to it and see if you can be successful again? They do, and they are.
And I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because you almost feel the confidence, right? Like if you get it the first time, you're almost playing with house money. Even if you fail, it's still 14 points. It's not really a failure, and if you get it...
Staring up into the rain, and he muffs it! And it bounces out of bounds for the touchback, so no harm, no foul. First and 10 now from the 30. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. He beams one deep right side. Brought in inside the 20. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. Buys time, rolling right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Throwing now from the gun. He's on the move. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. Offense in the hurry up here. Third and long for him here. Completed to his running back. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. Working quickly here. He's back to throw. Looking, no place to go. They get him to the turf and force a turnover on downs.
Well, this one never had a chance. Between the pressure right there in his face and the coverage downfield, quarterback still should have at least thrown it up there and given somebody an opportunity to make a play.
They start the drive with Hall. And this one does not go far. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Hall takes it straight ahead. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard there. So consecutive 1-yard runs brings up 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Sideline, he's got it, and he gets the feet down too. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's been a thrilling game, an absolute barn burner. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
We're going to 50 for 1. Yeah! Go, go, go. Get out there, get out there. 26.
From the 43. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Yard loss. It's 4th down.
Here we go! 186! Hey, 47! Under. 26!
They're going for it. Here's Prescott. He finds him beyond the marker. And he will get the first as they touch him down.
So close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. But now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
We're going 47. 26.
Dak now from the gun. Able to find Jones. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here.
Hey, kill. 26.
Looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that brings up 4th and long. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And he hauls it in for the New York touchdown. The Jets take a 4th quarter lead. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jets break that tie and now lead by 7. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away.
Trailing by 1 score late here, Kate. Maybe this is the return. Maybe this is what helps them get right back into it. Good field position now to start their most important series yet of this game.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Timeout taken by New York. That's its 2nd. We'll see how judicious they choose to be with that final timeout. First and 10 now from the 30. Airing it out to start this drive. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. Thinking interception to be had, and incompletion still pretty good for the defense.
2nd and 10 now. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Throwing from the gun. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Working inside the red zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough to blame him for that drop, Rock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man.
That's just a total team effort right there, Kate. Defense was relentless on that play. Some of them chased him from the pocket. The others, well, they took away the easy throwing lane, and it really influenced that incompletion.
Looking to throw. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns now trailed by just a point in the 4th. On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the fourth. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Return starts at the 9. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go. Like 26.
Hall running between the tackles. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Yeah, here we go.
Handoff running left. Here's Hall. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard there. So consecutive 1-yard runs brings up 3rd and 8. They send the tight end in motion. Now to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up.
Yeah! Here we go! Right there! Hey, kill! 46! Kill! 26!
Throwing now. He connects downfield on 4. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? Gets him the first on 4th down. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Timeout called by the Jets. That's their final one. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Here we go, 46. 26.
He'll look to throw it. To the left side and reeled in by Wilson. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
Here we go. Go. Get out there. Here we go. Kill. Hey, kill. What do you think?
Setting up to pass. Toward the sideline and caught by Wilson. And all he needed was 1 more stride. He's at the 2-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Yeah! Here we go! Right there! 26.
Back to throw. And that's a catch. It's a touchdown. They've got the lead in the final minute. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minute.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
That one right down the middle. And the Jets break that tie and now lead by 7. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up 2nd down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Escapes the pocket. Complete out to the right side. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
To throw here on 1st down. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. Bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
He'll throw it yet again. On the move, headed right. And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps.
Well, I'll say this. If you're willing to chance a throw like that, then early down is where you want to do it. You try to shot downfield. It doesn't work out, but you still got time now to try to find something else on the play sheet.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Looking to throw it. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock. And that one vehemently swatted away. So that brings up 4th and long. Now a timeout is called, and they're going to have to set up for one final heave towards that end zone. Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. One final shot here. Getting out to his left. Brought in inside the 20. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. So the win goes to the Jets. And they're one of the fortunate teams to begin the season with a 1-0 record. So far, so good to begin this new campaign. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a well-earned win for the Jets as we say so long from New York.